So Redgate was started 12 years ago, and if I look at what we're doing right now, I have to pinch myself sometimes, because if I think that, going back 12 years, it was just myself and Simon Galbraith, my co-founder. I was working in Guildford at the time, and Simon was working in The Hague in Holland, and it was just kind of the two of us, making a pretty half-assed effort at a lot of stuff and just kind of trying to muddle our way through and kind of get stuff done and build products and market them. And I look at Redgate now, and it's over 200 people. And the teams writing the software, it's not just me in my bedroom in Guildford or in Cambridge, it's teams of 12 people, 15 people, which it's still fairly small in the grand scheme of things, but it's probably vastly beyond what I'd expected at the time. So a lot has changed, but I think a lot has also stayed the same as well. So I think a lot of the things which we believed in back then are things which we believe in, which I still personally believe in now, and which I like to think it's stuff that we do as a company as well. So since the beginning, we've believed in things like simplicity. We've believed in things like putting the user first. We've believed in relentlessly testing the software that we do. Although, like I say, at the beginning it was kind of me and Simon doing it the best we could on ourselves. And now it's much, much larger teams. So I think that stuff has kind of stayed constant throughout the decade or so that we've been in. And the thing that I love about software is I love software which when you use it, it kind of just seems kind of obvious. And for me, that's an aspiration of the stuff which we do. It's an aspiration, we don't always get there, but it's an aspiration that when we try and solve a problem and we show it to a user, the user looks at it and goes, well, of course it does it that way. Of course that's the way the software works. Of course that's the way that you compare and sync databases or backup databases or profile code. How else would you do it? It's kind of inconceivable that you do it any other way. And that kind of simplicity, I think, is very deceptive and it's very, very hard to get to. So although it might take our product teams a year or a year and a half to get to that point, I absolutely love it when people just think, well, you just did what was obvious, and then our competitors try to rip us off, and that's all really cool as well. And the thing is, when you're writing software, although that might look easy to do, it's actually quite hard. And one of the big problems that you have when you're writing software, and this is a problem which I faced back when I was doing it myself, and it's a problem that the teams now face, and it's a problem which the company faces as a whole, is that it's very, very easy to get kind of sucked inwards. It's very easy to get sucked into the products that you're building, or into the features that you're working on. And it's worse. It's even worse when you're going to get sucked into the process that you're following. So it's very, very easy to get sucked into trying to build, the best, write the best possible code, or write the best possible test scripts, or follow the best possible Scrum process. And it's very easy to lose track of the problems you're trying to solve. But it's even more importantly, it's very easy to lose track of the users. So it's very easy to lose track of the people that you're trying to build the software for. Because it's my strong belief that you're not building software for the hell of it, you're building software to try and fix the problems that real users have. And that is very, very easy to forget. And that's kind of really what this conference is about. We've kind of lulled you here on promises of teaching you about SQL Server, and we've brought all these experts in from America, from all over the world to come and talk to you. And that's fantastic, and we think it's the right thing to do. And we also want to show you some of the stuff that we're doing. We want to show you the products that we're building, and all the new things that you can expect from us over the next few years, and that's fantastic too. But that's not, I don't think, the real purpose. I think the real selfish purpose for us is we want to talk to you. We want to get to know you. We want to make sure that you, our users, are at the forefront of our minds when we build the software that we work on. So it's really about listening to you, about asking you questions, and about asking you to tell us about the problems that you're facing, to ask you to tell us technical problems, sure, what the problems are in your day-to-day jobs, but also kind of what your hopes are and what your fears are, what it is that you love about the jobs that you do and the tools that you use, but also what you hate, what you worry about, what you really don't like about our software, about the world that you work in. I mean, come and talk to us. So Annabelle, who is possibly the most organised person in the room at the moment, has circulated a bunch of crib sheets to all the Redgate staff here, and these crib sheets are like 4 or 5 pages long, and they contain very detailed instructions of what we can and what we cannot do. And on this crib sheet, I just want to read something out to you. This is the crib sheet which Annabelle is telling us what we have to do. We have to try not to talk too much. We have to instead let the delegates, that's you guys, describe their problems, and then in brackets, listen in bold letters. Give you an opportunity to react and respond to what we're saying and demonstrating to you. This show isn't about accumulating the largest number of contacts or scans, it's about listening to your needs. And I think everyone in a red t-shirt and blue t-shirts is under strict instructions to listen and to have you talk to us and tell us about your problems. So the great thing I think about conferences from your perspective is that it gives you a bit of distance from your day jobs. So I'm sure that when you're working, you've got a million different technical problems that you want to fix. And you're bogged down on optimizing queries or backing up servers or writing code. And I think on one level, this conference is interesting from that perspective because it gives you, if you've got a problem, there'll be someone in the room who can help you answer that problem. So if you've got some sort of technical question, there'll be someone who can help. And I wrote this morning, I was thinking about it, I was wondering, is it actually true? And I thought there's only one way of testing whether that's true or not. So I was going to ask for one or two volunteers just to stand up and to tell the room about a technical problem that they're facing at their work at the moment, and then see if someone else in the room can solve that problem or can help that problem. So I have a volunteer who's going to just in 30 seconds describe a technical problem that they're facing at work, and then we'll see if someone else in the room can help them with that problem. If you want to volunteer, just put your hand up or stand up. No one's got any problems at work at all. Okay, turn it down.
We have a couple of procedures which do not run consistent performance on the server. Now we suspect it's because of DB. The code is perfect because I wrote it. The performance is not consistent. It sometimes runs in seconds, sometimes it takes like a minute or so. We are still struggling. We feel that it's the server issue, and it could be down to many other. Hello.
Hello?
Hey. Yeah, so should I? The problem is basically it doesn't work in the same way as we expect. Sometimes it takes less than a second to run, sometimes it takes a minute or so. And we feel that the servers are for 2008. We feel that it's a server issue, but it's we need to fight the server guys for that.
What was your name?
Santosh.
So Santosh, are you a developer or a DBA?
Both.
Santosh has written a bit of perfect code, but it runs sometimes faster and runs sometimes slower. So does anyone here want to offer an opinion or offer to talk to Santosh after the conference, after the session, and have them through this stuff? Anybody here?
Yeah, Grant and I'll talk to you.
Absolutely.
I don't know that we can solve that right now, but Grant is on the end there. He's just
Start. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else want a problem that they want to share?
I inspire so many now.
I've got a virtualized SQL environment, and not my choice, but I had to live with it. And first thing in the morning, we have a HR system, and first thing everybody can log in. It takes 3 seconds. As the day goes on, it takes anything up to 20 seconds. It gradually gets slower and slower and slower. To the extent that if I don't restart the SQL services each night on that server, it can, after 2 days, it takes 3 minutes to log in. I wish I could.
Anybody here reckon that there might be a help gentleman after the session? Okay.
Yeah, if you want to see me out to the session, I'll talk you through some things that you try to solve those issues.
So I guess I hope it demonstrated that if you've got problems, there's probably someone sitting in the front row. We can help you with that stuff. But I encourage you to actually do it now. Just spend 30 seconds. Introduce yourself to the guy next, people next to you. Just say who you are, say where you're from, and tell them the one big technical issue that you're facing that you really like. get a chance to kind of solve the individual technical problems that you might face, so it looks like that's going to be something that happens throughout the day, which is fantastic. And the second thing it does, I think, is it gives you a sense of perspective. It gives you a sense of kind of what's possible. It lifts you out of the everyday and out of the technical issues and gives you a chance to kind of take a helicopter view and talk about the high-level things that are happening. So I think now is a very interesting time for you guys, because if you look at the trends that are happening, you've got data shifting off desktops and off servers and into the cloud, and you've got development processes changing, becoming more agile. I think, and the rise of the mobile phone, the mobile device, and that's going to pose some really interesting challenges for you guys. And I guess at some point, I'd like to, not right now, I'd like to hear your opinion about what that means for you and how your role's going to change. So I was talking to Barry this morning, he was saying that if you think of developers and DBAs, you can think of them as living in two separate castles. You've got the developer castle over here and you've got the DBA castle over here, and they're kind of fortified and protected against each other. And I don't think that's something which is sustainable in the long term. I don't think that's something that's sustainable, especially with the move towards the cloud, and developers can and they will just stuff up into the cloud and kind of break it without the oversight of the DBA. I think the ways that you work is going to have to change. I think the tools that you use are going to have to change as well. And that's something which I'm quite personally interested in. So I'm going to be around for the next couple of hours. So if you see me, come and have a chat or email me. I'm neil.davidson@redgate.com, or I'm on Twitter or Google Plus and so on as well. And Annabelle's frantically making signs to me, so I'll stop there and just remind you that we want to talk to you guys. We're here to listen, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.